almost 10 days now, and tomorrow is my last full day here, and then I'll be leaving on the 17th, which is 2 days from now. So yeah, this is our last full day. I'm on a yoga retreat, and I traveled here with 4 other people, and there's 10 of us total here. And yeah, it's been such a journey for all of us. There's been a lot of growth, connection, all the good stuff, a lot of challenges, but all for good reasons, I would say. We're about to have a cacao ceremony, and then we're gonna be going into town for a static dance. So I'm excited about that. Never really done a static dance before. I've done something similar. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. So anyways, this is my 10-day trip to Guatemala, and I hope you enjoy. Buenos dias. So we made it to the yoga forest last night at around, it was either 1 or 2 a.m. And let's just say it was a journey. I'll probably elaborate more later, but I probably slept about 2 hours. So it's been a long journey. And yeah, but it's really, really pretty here. There's volcanoes behind me. I don't know if you can see them. But I will say Guatemala is really, really pretty. So, even though it has been quite a adventure navigating through this place, just because of like the protests and the road blockages and whatnot, but it's been good. I had a little bit of a mental breakdown last night, but I'm better now. So yeah, I'll check in a little bit later. But yeah. guys. So, I'm in Guatemala, in case you could not tell by the title. So I'm on a week-long yoga retreat within Guatemala with 9 other people. There's 10 of us total. And this is my first yoga retreat, and first time in South America, Central America. And it's definitely been a huge adventure for me. We've faced a lot of challenges getting here, and I want to say it's because of the lunar eclipse that's on the 14th of October this year. We've just run into a lot of obstacles, quite literally, even just getting here. There is some political issues going on here in Guatemala, and there's been protests and road blockages, and it's like nothing super violent or anything, so we're all safe, but it's like peaceful protests. But either way, they've been blocking off roads for a while now, like a week or two, I think, and we ended up getting stuck in traffic for 5 hours on our travel day. So we had to drive 2 hours to the airport in Florida, and then flying there, and then getting here ended up taking a good probably 6 hours. And then because of the road blockages, we ended up having to come to the retreat center in the middle of the night. So we ended up getting in around 1 or 2 a.m. like 2 nights ago, and it was just a lot. It was not obviously planned, so we ended up getting here a day late, like in the middle of the night on what should have been our first night here. So we were a little bit behind, but we've all settled in pretty well, I think. This is our first full day that we're all not tired, and we're actually not behind schedule. So yeah, it's definitely been a journey. It's been a little bit of a challenge for everyone in different ways. I've definitely met a few of my demons with this trip, but I know that it'll definitely make me stronger in the long run. And I'm just keeping an open mind and doing my best. And honestly, I am having a great time, and I think it's just the trauma of past experiences coming up with small things that happen. It kind of triggers my mind a little bit, and then I just kind of just want to go into the hole, and I know that that's not a good idea. So I feel really good right now. We've been doing yoga classes in the morning, and then we have a connection circle, and then another activity in the afternoon, evening. So today we had a yoga class at 7:30, and then we had breakfast, and then we did our connection circle where we journal together, write prompts, and kind of talk about them. And then we're about to have snack at 2 as our lunch, and then we're gonna have a 3-hour tantra yoga class, which I've never done tantra yoga, so excited to see what it's all about. Apparently it's very restorative and calming, so that'll be nice. That's all I have to say for now. This is day 2. It's supposed to be day 3, but it's day 2. Yeah. And then tomorrow we are going on a hike. There's a bee stuck in my room, and he's so close to the door, but he's just set on going through the window, and I'm like, bro, just go through the door. It's not the word. I don't remember what I was talking about. Our hike got modified a little bit because apparently the hike is really slippery because it's rainy season. So they were recommending that we not do a 2-hour hike straight up a mountain, and instead we're going to do think it's a 40-minute hike. So, you know, it's not as intense as I would have liked. And I was kind of bummed about that. But, you know, we're just going with it. Just go with the flow. Like, that's literally what yoga is going with the flow. So I feel like that's kind of the theme of all of this, not just the retreat, but just this whole experience is just doing, like, going with whatever happens. Like, there are things you cannot change. So this is our walk. Spider web. This is our walk all the way down to the common area, and it's pretty much a hike every single time. It's fine on the way down, but on the way up, you definitely have to take a few breaks in between. Guys, it's the last day. Tomorrow's checkout day. And then I'm leaving the day after that. So, yeah. It's like kind of bittersweet. It'll be nice to not have bugs. Sorry, I'm walking down this like huge flight of rock stairs. It'll be nice to not have bugs in my room. I had a spider last night, first one I found in my room so far this trip. So if I can just get it past tomorrow without anything. They always come out in the evening, like right before bed. So that's where there's always the most ants and crickets. Like crickets that are like this big. And spiders that are bigger than that. So they're not poisonous, apparently, but still scary. At least to me. Luckily not everyone's scared of spiders, so I don't know what it is. I've just always been that way. section that I wrote. So on this retreat, each day we had a connection circle where all 10 of us would come together and do some journal prompts together, check in, see how we're feeling. And like, it's this space where you can share whatever you want and everyone's listening, and it's just a very welcoming environment. And there was one day where the theme was nature, and I wanted to actually read my answer to one of the prompts. It was called, "What lessons have you learned from nature?" And I actually really enjoyed this question, and I wanted to share it in this video with you guys. So, without further ado, what lessons have you learned from nature? I've learned to slow down. There's almost never a reason to rush. I've learned that being myself is enough. The butterfly doesn't try to be a dog, nor does a tree try to be a flower. Everything simply exists as it is. I've also learned that cycles are necessary. I used to reject them because I favored one part of the cycle over another. And while it may be true that each part of the cycle may be more or less enjoyable, every single part has its purpose, and without it, we are lost. I can't have gratitude for the promise of spring if I don't know the harsh cold of winter, just like I can't have true gratitude for the joys of life if I haven't seen the darkness. I can't relish the morning sunrise if the night never takes its turn. I've learned that being alive isn't easy. The world tests everyone. The fish in the sea of sharks, the young tree saplings first winter, the domesticated human placed in the jungle. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger and gives lessons to create resilience. The fish learns to hide in the seaweed. The tree grows its strong, sturdy bark, and the human learns to rewild herself. It may be challenging in the moment, and some will lose their lives if they don't learn quickly, but those who survive are stronger than ever. This is the balance of nature. Hey guys, my camera died, and I can charge the batteries, but the plugs in my room, it won't hold up my camera battery charger, and I don't feel like going somewhere else to charge them, so I'm just filming this on my phone. But today is the last day. We did our closing circle already, so the retreat's pretty much done officially. We're all still here because we're the only guests here right now, so they're just kind of like, you guys can stay for a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I've already packed up all of my stuff in my little backpack, and then I have a smaller backpack that I got in Antigua before the retreat, and then I just have a bag with things that I'm gonna wear later. It's just too hot to wear them right now, so but I wanted to just do a little closeout video of the retreat that I did and the whole journey in general. Now that I have some free time and I'm not just like thinking like, oh, I have to be at the next class or workshop in like an hour or 30 minutes, I can actually like clear my mind and think about what I actually want to say. Going through this whole experience, it was quite a challenge, I'm not gonna lie, and considering all the trauma that has incurred in my life the past few years, specifically 2019 to 2021, I feel like my resilience has weakened quite a bit. At least I feel like it has internally. I don't think it really has. It's just my confidence has pretty much shattered, and I'm just trying to rebuild the pieces. And that's, see, because before that I would challenge myself. Like, I went to Asia by myself in 2018, and I enjoyed doing things like that. I enjoyed pushing myself. And then after everything that happened a few years ago, I've just been a lot more scared to do things, and I always tend to like fall apart a lot faster than I used to. But I keep wanting to push myself. That's why I went to Paris, was it last year, by myself, and I love Paris, but mentally I was so sad when I was there, and I couldn't even enjoy it. Like I knew it was me. I knew it was my headspace that I was in, because there was nothing wrong with this city itself. Like I enjoyed it the best that I could in that mental space that I was in, which sadly was not very good. So, and then coming here, I kind of had the same thing going on. The only difference was I obviously didn't isolate myself because I was with people the entire time. And I learned that being around other people, especially people that are positive and uplifting and are in this journey with you of improving their lives and connecting to, you know, higher self and whatnot, it really helps get out of that headspace that I've been stuck in, is because I've been so low and sad, and I know that's not who I am, but I've been realizing I can't get out of that myself. Like, I'm very good at healing myself. I've done so much that I know that most people wouldn't even imagine doing on their own, but I still need help. Like, I just need help in like different things than someone else might need help in. And I think that's really what I needed, was that accountability to show up. Like, this was, we were like talking about in our closing circle today, like what we're taking with us from this experience, and that's what it was for me, was showing up for yourself, and like not just for other people, but for me, because it's my life. And every time I like cancel something so I can stay home and cry or say bad things about myself to myself, or whatever negative thing I'm going to be doing in place of that, like yoga class or whatever event thing that I was going to do with like a friend or whatever it may be, instead of doing that, I choose to stay home and be sad. And that's not just, it's a reflection of me wanting to not participate in life. And I've kind of realized that throughout this journey, because I've gone through so many things, like highs and lows. Like, I would have an amazing yoga class, and then I would come home into this room, into a spider on my wall, and then I would just immediately be like, oh my gosh, my life is terrible. This is the worst. Why am I even here? Why am I paying money to have a spider in my room? Like, I would just go through this whole thing after this amazing yoga class where I just felt at so much peace. And like, I would just keep having these, and like these waves, like tsunamis basically, of emotions, which is basically how I've lived my entire life. And I'm so sick of it. Honestly, I don't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that was what was happening for me. And I don't know how that was tying back into what I was saying. Just experiencing all that, and then coming to the end of the retreat, realizing that no matter how low you are, you still need to show up for your life, because one day you're gonna be like 60 or 80 years old and be like, why did I spend half my life in my room feeling sorry for myself alone? And I don't want to do that. Like, I always constantly complain about my life and how I don't want to be here and how I feel guilty for existing and how bad I feel for other people who have to be in my presence. And it's so stupid. Like, I would never think that about somebody else. Well, why would I say it about myself? It doesn't make any sense. And I know it doesn't make any sense. And honestly, I'm just glad I had that accountability here to have like three workshops or connection circles, yoga classes per day, where like, I mean, you don't have to show up, but like, you're part of the retreat, so you really should show up, you know what I mean? So just like, I knew that I would much rather be in said class or circle with these people than in my room by myself. I knew that, and so I showed up, and every single time I didn't regret showing up once. And it's like, if I can just do that in my real life, like, just do things that make you happy. That's what I'm leaving this retreat with. So, and many other things, but that's like the primary theme, I think. I don't regret this experience at all, even though like most of the retreat I was like, oh, why did I come? Every time it would rain or there would be a bug or whatever. Anytime it got hard, it's just like, it's really not that hard. Like, yes, there's hard moments in everything. Like, this is a good good reflection of life is, yes, there's hard parts. There's also great parts. So deal with it, you know? Like, don't be a baby. I might still be a baby a little bit, but maybe a toddler. I'm a toddler now, I'm not a baby anymore. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my little Guatemala vlog.